Today we're going to discuss why you should make your own videos for your own classroom and how you can get your very first video uploaded today. But wait, you say, didn't your last video just show off a literal ton of high quality content? Why don't I just use what those people made? After all, they're better at making videos than I am. All of this is true. There are great videos out there made by people who are better at making videos than either you or I am. But you are the best person to teach your students your curriculum. You know the class's overall learning style and what specifically they need a video to help teach them. Plus, what if the video someone else created gets taken down, or this happens? So stick around and learn how to add your own unprofessional videos to your teacher toolbox. You might still be hesitant. After all, making good videos has quite a high learning curve. And in the whole entirety of this, we bear... Sorry, checking my battery. Oh no, battery's going down. Alright, gotta speed it up. Ran into a desk. We bear a torch, right? A torch. But be assured, what your first videos lack in production quality, they'll make up in specificity. In other words, you can tailor your video resources to your curriculum. As a literature teacher, this allows me to create videos that supplement rather than replace the assigned readings. This is what inspired me to create my first YouTube videos, a set of lectures on Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness. This is so difficult a read for most high school students that I thought they should have more in-depth review than what I was finding online. So I created my own review for them. And these Heart of Darkness videos offer a good example of where most teachers or other creators can start, an approach I call you, the camera, and the board. This is the closest approach to duplicating what you do in the classroom. Write out some talking points, warm up your teacher voice, and hit record. You can use this approach to put notes on the board, demonstrate an experiment, explain a set of directions, or whatever it might be. If you're authentic, practiced, and engaging enough, it's as simple as setting your camera on a tripod or even a stack of textbooks, recording your lesson, and uploading. You can even get away without editing. Just find a way to make it work in your favor by turning it into a funny introduction. Oh, hi. But what if talking into a lens isn't your thing, or you want to provide more visual information to your students? For that, I recommend the screen capture, script, and slideshow approach. This approach does involve using some software, something I was terrified of when I started. I mean, this is my current cell phone in the year 2019. I'm not exactly a technology wizard, but the screen capture script slideshow approach can be done simply with software that's completely free to use. The easiest way to start is by pulling up a PowerPoint or Google slideshow that you use in the classroom. Then write out what you would say if you were going to go through this in class. Next, create a free account on Screencast-O-Matic. There's a link in the description. Okay, so now to put the screen capture script slideshow approach all together, first thing you're going to do is write your script. That's how I always start. And this is just what you want to say in your video. You got to do it in one take if you're using a free recorder. So I usually would type it up and then print it out. You can't have it up on the screen unless you have two screens or something like that. So here's your script. You print it out. Pro tip. Since you're using a slideshow, put like a backslash or highlight or circle or something where you're going to plan on changing the slides. That'll help give it a little bit more flow to it. Then you're going to find your slideshow. I just picked one I use in the classroom. I don't have a video on this, but let's say I wanted to talk about the Victorian era. Then you're going to go to screencastomatic.com, create an account. You can definitely get by with the free one. I've done 30 videos with the free one, so you don't need to upgrade. But I'll talk a little bit about the advantages of upgrading if that's something you're interested in. You're just going to hit Start Recorder. and go to your slideshow. While that's loading up, you can hit present so it's full screen. And your recorder should, there it is. Okay. All right, so once you have your recorder, you can make sure you're on full screen. It will not record the computer audio, so if you have any video clips in there or sound effects or something like that, it's not going to record it. That's part of having the free one as opposed to the one that you pay $1.50 per month for. You can record narration. Make sure you're using the right microphone. So I'm using the Yeti microphone as opposed to the default one. Full screen, max time of 15 minutes. You can add your webcam. It'll show up down in this corner. I don't usually do that. That's not really my style. I don't think my face adds much to what I'm talking about. It's more text-based, so I just do the full screen. So once this is good, you just hit X, super simple, and then you're going to hit record. I'll give you 3 seconds to figure it out. I would say something like, in this video, I'm going to tell you about how the Victorian era influenced the literature happening not just in the British Isles, but around the world. Okay, so that's like an introduction, and you got to do this all in one take with the free one. But then in my script, I would have like a backslash, so I'm going to hit the next slide. I would say, here's just what I use on the screen. I didn't adapt this for the video at all. This is just what I have in the classroom. But now I can explain it a little bit more. So I'd say like, Queen Victoria ruled from 1837 to 1901. She led England to the height of its power, and she didn't do that through a dog that is able to fetch her slippers. She did that through promoting imperialism. Here's some of the defining moments of the Victorian era. And I would just go on with that until the video is done. So if we stop this and we hit done, not the trash can, done. Let's go to edit. No thanks. We're just doing the basic one for now. So it gives you the option to save it onto your computer or upload it right to YouTube if you have it linked there. The only thing you can do is drag it this way and this way. Just cut the beginning and end. So if you have some dead space, you can cut that out. Or obviously you're going to have some dead space at the end as you move your mouse to the recording button to finish. And then once you're done with that, you upload. And it's all good. I would definitely listen to it beforehand before you upload it. But yeah, if you're willing to do it in one take, and it gives it this really authentic feel. I'm doing this in one take right now. I didn't write a script out for it. I'm just kind of going off with it. If you're willing to do it in one take, it goes pretty quickly. So yeah, there you go. Have a video uploaded tonight. Hope this helped. I turned to this approach when I started making poetry and short story reviews, because it allowed me to put way more visual information on the screen. And the screen is the key, because your students are watching this on their laptops or phones and not on a projector or smartboard. You include way more visual detail. For poetry, I added definitions of difficult words, color-coded analysis, and pictures to my standard slideshows. The other great advantage to these videos is that your students can pause them and rewatch them as often as they need to. It's the simplest way to flip your classroom for a lesson. 2 final pieces of advice. First, make sure when you're using images that you're using images that you're allowed to use. A lot of people know to avoid copyright in music, so you don't include like a Michael Jackson or a Beatles song in your videos, but people are less sure of how to use images that are appropriate and copyright friendly. So easy way to do that, just go to Google Images, type in what you're looking for. So you need a picture of a school. You have a lot of pictures to choose from. You're going to go to Tools, Usage Rights, labeled for reuse. You're going to have less pictures to choose from, but all of these have been set aside specifically for you to be able to use them, change them however you want to, and not have to worry about violating copyright. So I try and use all my images through this narrowed down search result. Finally, all the tools I've shown you so far in this video have been free for you to just pick up and use. However, if you want to put a little bit of money toward your content into making better videos, you might be tempted to invest in a better camera or even a better computer, but I'm here to tell you the spot to start is your audio. Take a quick listen to the very first video I made with the screen capture script slideshow approach. Welcome. Today's going to be the first day in a continuing poem series where we look at a brief analysis and explanation of some poems in schools and some of my favorite poems. Our first poem is going to be the absolutely wonderful but often forgotten Sarah Teasdale gem, There Will Come Soft Rains. Now take a listen to my second video where instead of using the default microphone on my laptop, I upgraded to about a $100 microphone. And welcome to an analysis of the very first poem I ever memorized, and what some people consider the greatest or most beautiful poem in the English language, Lord Byron's often taught and often misunderstood, She Walks in Beauty. Makes a big difference, doesn't it? So there's a link in the description to the microphone that I used if you're interested in looking into it, but I would just see if your school has one already, or maybe you have a booster club or funds in your department that could be put toward getting one. So there you have it. 2 approaches that use notes you've already made in order to create a video you can upload before the sun sets. But what if you want to get fancier? I mean, you might have noticed that this video doesn't follow the the camera, and the board, or the screen capture script slideshow method. If that's the case and you want to get fancier, be sure to check out the next video where I'll be giving a super simple breakdown on how to make videos like the one you just watched. But be assured that the first 2 methods work, and if you're doing what you're doing right, your students are going to love it. So thank you so much for watching, and if you found value in this video, please consider giving it a like and maybe sharing it with someone else who can benefit from it. Thank you again, guys and gals, and everyone else. See you next time, and until then, keep on learning.